As you can see, I can't hold the phone steady very well because it is bouncy. But we're breaking the hay. There you can see what the winter kill did. Not very good alfalfa production in all the winter kill spots. So we'll have to work it again before I can plant. I'm going to plant silage corn here. So here's the Trimble working. I'm going 5 miles an hour. So this one has that little steering wheel turner that's mounted there on a, rather than mounted in the steering wheel itself. It doesn't have the plate. So, but this in the blow sand that we have, we get moles really bad, and it makes things really rough. So when we take out hay, we like to spray it, and of course I can spray it this year, but here, I'll flip you around. So we like to spray it to kill it, but I'm going to plant corn that's going to be Roundup ready, so I'm not too worried about the volunteer. With the blow sand, I actually want a little volunteer to help hold the land till the corn's a little bigger. So, but we got to try to smooth out the molehills and try to get it so you can drive without knocking your fillings out of your teeth. So anyhow, I'll show you a little bit more because it's time for me to get turned. And so with the offset disc, you only turn to the left when it hits the ground, so that's what I'll do. So anyhow, after I turn, then I'll push that little steering wheel there to turn yellow, and then I'll push it to green. Some more look at the winter kill spots. So, but as you can see, it's pretty thin, pretty patchy. It's hard to get a good standing blow sand, but like I said, it was better than what it is now. So I'll leave one half, the big half circle, I'm going to leave for at least the first cut, and then if it's not good enough, then I'll break it and I'll plant oats and barley or something like that. But I'm going to plant oats and peas on another quarter for cow feed as well. So gotta make enough feed for my cows. Well, just put fuel in the tractor. This is the next day, so this is Saturday. What you saw before was Friday, but when you got a herd of cows, you don't have 18 hours to just drive tractor. So you can see I made one pass across the farm. I've got about 3 acres left on my first pass on this hay, but I've got bearing problems on the disc, so I'm gonna just do those last 3 passes, and then we'll have to put new bearings on. So hopefully they're a bushing bearing, so hopefully I don't take the bushings out. Right now they look pretty good, but like I said, we ordered bearings, so that we won't get them till Monday. But you can see the second pass, it doesn't look too bad. So, but the way that disc works, you overlap a little bit, and it pulls so hard it kind of goes on an angle. It doesn't pull straight behind you because it's pulling so hard. So then you get a strip in the middle, and then on the outsides is where there's just a little overlap. Like if you're pulling in just some barley stubble, it pulls straight as an arrow, and then you cut right on the edge with the left side, and then the right side just feathers the dirt over the lip. So it always goes over a little on the one side, but you can see there's a difference there. But if you go, let's look here. I'll show you that the disc pans are wore out because it doesn't do a good job. So you think, okay, well, you've disced this, so this should be loose. But anyhow, this has never been dislodged. It's it was never cut, you know, where, you know, this one was cut off and then just held over. So it just shows that it needs new disc pans, that they're wore right out. And like I said, you don't take an alfalfa field that's been in for 3 years and run it over once with a wore out disc and have a perfect job done. And then where it's grass, it's really bad because it just cuts that sod into little strips. So anyhow, I don't know, but the field's so I don't know if you'll be able to see how rough it is. Anyhow, the field's really rough. The molehills just kill you, so it just beats the crap out of you. So anyhow, I got 3 acres right close to the cows to finish up, but I was running on fumes. I had just a little bit of fuel left, and I thought I could get done, and I thought it is not worth running this tractor out of fuel. Wyatt had taken his sister for her swimming. She's a competitive swimmer, so Wyatt took her and then took the fuel tank with him. So I used to keep fuel on the farm, but where my fuel tank is, you can't get to it. So here's a little washout when we had from spring melting. And then here is the pea field from last year that I'm gonna actually plant oats and possibly some peas too for silage or green feed. But this is the field that Dad worked last year to get the barley to grow, or to sprout the peas, I guess. He spread some barley on it. It did grow, but the peas wouldn't start until we worked it. So luckily we had a snowy, frozen winter and we didn't have this blow away. But there's, like I said, there's lots of growth on the top, but on this sand. So I will spread fertilizer on this and then Vibrashank it. And then over here is the corn stubble, and Dad chiseled it. Like I said, we normally don't do any fall tillage at all in our sandbox, but we spread barley on this corn. Here I was just trying to get the GPS working. Like I said, on that Case tractor, Dad normally runs it. So, but he's semi-retired now, but it is my tractor. Anyhow, so on this cornfield, Dad had chiseled it last fall, the spikes, trying to stir it out, and it did grow the barley, but I just let you look at the weeds that are coming now. You know the soil's warmed up when you got weeds coming like crazy. And you see that wild buckwheat's coming in full force, and pigweed, and so here I'll do the same thing. I'll spread fertilizer on it and just Vibrashank it and then plant it. So my tractor's warm enough. Time to kick this pig and go farming. So you can see it doesn't do a great job, but if I knew that I was taking this hay out, like if it wasn't that it winter killed and I was just planning to take it out, I would have tried to spray it last fall, and then it would have just worked up like a dream. But because I had left it as long as I could, then that's what happens. And the same thing, if I could have sprayed it this spring, but like I said, you're supposed to have so many frost-free days before you spray, and we haven't had, you know, that many in a row. And like I said, now I'm worried about if I work it enough to plant corn, I'm going to want a little volunteer so that it holds the land until I can get the corn growing. So, but like I said, you know, over there is a spot that died, and like I said, the disc is going to, well, you can see kind of what you can see the difference there. It looks, you can see there. Well, you could have seen it there without anything. It wasn't for the molehills. So, anyhow, just keep going up and down to get this last little bit disc, and then I'll park the disc and we'll change bearings. Look at the highway here. I'll see on the other side of this house. see on the highway there's a big quad track tractor, and my neighbor, he's got 3 of those, and I think that's, I don't know if it's a 70 or 80 foot New Holland drill, flexi-coil drill, but he's got 3 of those tractors. And if you'd believe this, the guy farms. Anyhow, the guy farms big acres. So here we're gonna look at that as it goes by. I'm talking to the tractor. Anyhow, it's pretty noisy. So anyhow, that neighbor of mine, and he's got 3 of those big 600 horsepower quad track tractors and those 70-80 foot drills he's pulling. Anyhow, those are but he's got an old grain cart on there, because he says those grain carts are expensive. But he farms, I think, 70,000 acres. It's family run. They've got 45 Mexican Mennonite guys working for him, but the family runs the day-to-day operation. But those are the first new tractors he's ever bought. So he's been farming on his own, away from his brothers and dad, for 30 years, and those are the first new tractors he's bought, because he said, why would I spend big money to buy tractors when you can buy them cheaper after someone else has had them? So he'll have probably about 12 planters going right now, seeding, and he doesn't grow sugar beets and stuff like that. It's just all grain crops, and he's bought a lot of marginal land, and he's got a whole bunch of excavators, and they dig up all the big boulders and they tear down the hills and they make it farmland. But anyhow, you can farm big and still not have new equipment, because like I said, those are the only 3 tractors he's bought brand new. Everything else he's bought used. He's got 22 John Deere 9870 combines, and every single one of them was used when he bought it. Before that, he had New Holland TR90, or yeah, I think they were 98s or 99s, but he had 15 of those. So anyhow, you can farm big and still have used equipment. So I just thought that was interesting. Yeah, you know how Jeff Raymond had those videos of him doing all of his maintenance, and Brad Larson, you know, they go through everything and make sure everything's in good repair so it's ready to go when they need it. I'm not that guy. I wait till I'm in trouble and I finally have a little time from the cows to work on stuff, and then it's Saturday and you can't get parts. So anyhow, this is just the Viber shank. I got it ready, and Dad had used it last fall, but there's 2 broken shanks on it, and the shovels need to get replaced. So I just thought I'd see what it did before I still have to get parts, but like I said, you get these old archaic pieces of equipment and they don't have shovels sitting on the shelf like they used to. Who would have believed that this whole country was filled full of these Viber shanks? Everyone had one. So the idea that they wouldn't even have shovels on the shelf just is unbelievable. So, but this is all we'll put on this one. So you can see I'm a sod buster. So be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Have yourselves a great week.